The American Cancer Society predicts that in 2017, over 1.5 million people will be diagnosed with cancer, over 660,000 of which will succumb to this illness. Listening to my speech will inform you of an upcoming technology that may find its way to routine visits to the doctor, protecting both ourselves and our loved ones from the silent killer known as cancer. In this speech, I'll be informing you about liquid biopsy, a technology that only needs a sample of blood in order to detect cancer in its very early stages. Throughout the speech, I'll be covering three main aspects of this topic. First, I'll discuss the history of liquid biopsy, as well as how it works. Secondly, I will discuss how it may be used to help people that currently have cancer. And lastly, I'll discuss its uses in cancer patients that are yet to be. So first, let's discuss the history of liquid biopsy. Linda Jedds, a journalist for New Scientist, writes that in 2007, a scientist called Vogelstein and his group used the work of Dennis Lowe from the 1990s in order to discover what would eventually become liquid biopsy. What they discovered is that cancer actually sheds fragments of its DNA into the bloodstream of its host, which can later be picked out using sequencing technology. These fragments, called circulating tumor DNA, or ctDNA, are very minute and difficult to track. However, at this point in time, our sequencing technology really is strong enough in order to pick it out. However, though, right now this test doesn't answer particular questions about the cancer in a patient. Right now, when analysts are looking for cancer, they don't know which kind they're looking for right away. This forces them to look through multiple different kinds of mutations before they can pinpoint what they're looking for. Antonio Regalado, the senior editor of MIT Technology Review, also warns that while the what is difficult to know, so too is the where and the how. Right now, the test doesn't give indication as to where exactly the cancer is located in the body, nor does it really say how strong it is or at what stage it's developed. These are both clearly very important questions to ask when we're dealing with cancer. So hopefully this technology can evolve beyond this and give more information to scientists. So now that we have discussed the history of liquid biopsy and its inner workings, let's move on to its uses. The first of these uses is in current cancer patients, or recent ones. As we all know, cancer, even after it has been eradicated from a particular patient, is still capable of reemerging later on, causing complications. But thanks to liquid biopsy, this uncertainty may be gone for good. If a patient has recently had their cancer surgically removed, if ctDNA is present in their bloodstream, it is likely the cancer will return. As a result, this test will be able to warn both the patient and the doctor, giving them plenty of time to do what is necessary to treat the cancer while it is still small. And reversely, if no ctDNA is present in the bloodstream of a similar patient, then they can rest assured because it is very unlikely their cancer will return. In a different article, Regalado writes that some doctors have actually been using liquid biopsy in order to treat a specific patient. They use the test in order to know specific things about their patient's cancer so that they can personalize the medication. However, though, because of the test's shortcomings and what it can't tell us, this hasn't been very effective so far. And scientists do believe that liquid biopsy's true potential really lies in detection and prevention. Speaking of which, let's move on to our third topic, liquid biopsy's uses in patients that do not realize they have cancer. Cancer can be detected in liquid biopsy when in its very, very early stages, when it is small and very easy to eradicate. Because of this, scientists are now beginning to believe that perhaps we should prioritize prevention over treatment, because while our research on cancer treatment has proven invaluable over the years, it still doesn't reach its patients until it is too late. As Vogelstein has said, our plan B should become our plan A. However, though, right now, this miracle test is too expensive to be in circulation. In 2015, it was offered to doctors' use at $5,400. This is clearly too expensive for a random test that's trying to find something that may or may not be there. However, though, should this test become less expensive and widely accessible to the public, it can become a major player in the cancer prevention field. So today I've informed you about liquid biopsy, an upcoming technology that is capable of detecting cancer in its early stages, wiping it out before it can become a problem. Throughout this speech, I've discussed three aspects of this topic. First, we discussed the history of liquid biopsy as well as how it works. Secondly, we discussed its uses in current cancer patients. And lastly, we discussed its uses in cancer prevention. 2017 is still young. Those 1.5 million people, should they come into contact with liquid biopsy, could be warned about their cancer before it's too late, saving them as a result. So here's to a brighter future in our war against cancer, with a new addition to the arsenal on its way.